You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. When Coco Gauff fired her coach weeks before the US Open, the tennis world gasped, but Caroline Garcia says she saw something different, the mark of a true champion. Coco Gauff has never been afraid of big decisions, but even by her standards, the move she made just weeks before the 2025 US Open stunned fans, commentators, and fellow players across the tennis world. Now, former world number 4 Caroline Garcia has delivered her own verdict, and it's one that casts a powerful light on the mindset of one of the sport's youngest and boldest superstars. The shock came in August, when the 21-year-old two-time Grand Slam champion abruptly parted ways with coach Matthew Daly, the man who guided her through the high-pressure grind of the tour. Instead, Gauff turned to biomechanics specialist Gavin McMillan, the same expert who famously rebuilt Aryna Sabalenka's serve from the ground up. For Gauff, it wasn't a branding decision. It wasn't about optics. It wasn't even about instant results. It was about survival. And Garcia, one of the most respected veterans of her generation, believes that move says everything about who Gauff really is. She's an incredible champion. Garcia praises Gauff's courage. Speaking to Express US Sports ahead of the Web Summit in Lisbon after her own early exit from the US Open, a tournament she would later confirm was her final slam before retirement, Garcia shared heartfelt admiration for Gauff's willingness to confront her weaknesses at the highest possible stakes. She's just such an incredible champion, Garcia said, reflecting on her 5-match history with Gauff, which she narrowly leads 3-2. It's hard to believe how young she is. She feels like she's been here forever. She's such an inspiration not only in tennis but outside of tennis because of how much pressure she has carried. Garcia's praise wasn't casual. It was earned, and born from first-hand knowledge of how heavy expectations can be for a young phenom in the modern tennis era. Why Gauff risked it all before her home slam. For most rising athletes, a Grand Slam, especially the US Open, is the last place to overhaul technique. But for Gauff, it was the right moment. Her serve had become a glaring liability. Through the first half of the season, Gauff recorded more than 320 double faults, the most of any player on the WTA Tour. Critics wondered whether her aggressive placement, toss height, or motion timing were the root causes. But Gauff had already drawn her own conclusion. The mechanics had to change. McMillan, the biomechanics expert known for reviving Sabalenka's once infamous serve, was available at precisely the moment Gauff felt a shift was necessary. She called it a choice driven by knowledge, the desire to build something stable and lasting. To her, long-term mastery was worth more than short-term stability. US Open results. A mixed but meaningful outcome. The transformation wasn't instantaneous, and nobody expected it to be. Flushing Meadows, Gauff reached the 4th round, where she faced 3-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka in a highly anticipated showdown. Osaka, rejuvenated and aggressive, swept the match 6-3, 6-2, eliminating the American before the quarterfinal stage. But the biggest talking point wasn't the loss, it was the numbers: 27 double faults in 4 matches. 10 in the first round alone. 5 against Osaka. To some analysts, it was proof the gamble backfired. But to Garcia and many others, it was evidence that Gauff was willing to endure short-term discomfort for long-term greatness, the hallmark of elite champions. A wildly unpredictable WTA season. The 2025 season has been one of the most unpredictable in years. From slam champions to rankings shakeups, the tour has defied every expectation. Madison Keys shocked the tennis world by winning Australia. Coco Gauff claimed her 2nd Grand Slam at Roland Garros. Iga Swiatek captured her Wimbledon crown with ruthless form. And with Aryna Sabalenka breaking Serena Williams' all-time earnings record for a single season, the tour's competitive depth has never been stronger. In such a landscape, Garcia believes Gauff's willingness to evolve sets her apart. Why Garcia's endorsement matters. Caroline Garcia has lived the highs and lows of professional tennis, from top 5 peaks to injury setbacks, from marquee wins to heartbreaking losses. Her words carry weight because she understands the emotional and technical pressure that defines the modern game. For her to praise Gauff's decision so openly is a powerful acknowledgement of the American's maturity, courage, and long-term vision. Garcia's message was clear. Gauff didn't panic, she evolved. And champions evolve, even when the timing seems impossible. What Gauff's gamble means for 2026. With the Australian Open just months away, Gauff's rebuilt serve remains a work in progress, but one that experts believe could unlock the next chapter of her career. The raw power is there. The athleticism is unmatched. The mental strength continues to grow. Now, she has added a new ingredient. Technical courage, the willingness to dismantle what's broken to build something better. And if her rivals, including Osaka, Sabalenka, Swiatek, and Keys, weren't already paying attention, Garcia's endorsement guarantees they will now. Because Coco Gauff is no longer just competing, she's reinventing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.